Hello and good afternoon. Let's hear it for the sound if it's still okay, or maybe a wee bit loud, but we'll figure it out in chat for now. I'm just gonna continue as is. I've been messing around a wee bit lately with the sound finals, just to optimize sound and everything. To get started on today's episode of the Counterspell Wizard for real, we're gonna, as the title says, draw a wizard. Now, what kind of wizard really kind of depends on chat as well, so if you're viewing and if you feel like, oh, I feel chatty today, you can always toss in some suggestions or tips or, you know, ideas. And I wouldn't even call them suggestions or tips. I would more so say, like, brainstorm with me, bundle some ideas, things that you would love to see. The thing that I had in mind is a Triton Wizard. It could be entirely different. We could go for an Orc Wizard, see how that goes, but yeah. So I'm just gonna go draw and figure out a bit of a portrait pose like we had for Howard. It's also really depending on how lively the chat is getting on whether or not we're gonna go for a name for our wizard to be wizard. But yeah, I was thinking about a Triton Wizard because why not? At this moment, just going for a pose, and I want it to be a little bit of an, you know, maybe a tad arrogant, maybe not. I'm not sure if you guys are known with the Triton species that comes from D&D. They're fish folk. And yes, I'm starting out blue yabba-dibba-die, but trust me, I am not making another Avatar or anything near Avatar, the movie, The Way of Water kind of thing. Because there will be fish fins and more fishy elements. It's gonna be one fishy episode. Like, I am a scholar, I know magic. Kind of pose. And then in the back of my mind, I'm always wondering, like, would a character be, you know, really proficient with magic, or are they just pretending to be proficient, like being a con artist? Isn't that how magic works? Being a con artist? And last time we drew Howard, the farmer druid. And having a title, the Straw Druid. You can find him in Discord. Here we have a bit of a pose. It's like I've talked about fish. How big was your fish that you caught? Like, it was so big. It was this big. that was the amount. That was the size of the fish. It was that big. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the hands. I'm just gonna go and try for a pose. Something wizardy. Bloop bloop. Maybe he has, you know, webbed hands, stuff like that. Could be a thing. Maybe Morphians. Is that a thing? We're gonna go duplicate our layer. Boom, boom, boom. Duplicate. I sometimes have this accidental mark up, and I can't get it down. Oh well. Boop. Let's add some bright color. And I've noticed in the traditional Triton have a very humanoid face, and having perhaps a few scales and not being so fishy. I've seen a green variant, I've seen a slightly more blue variant, I've seen, well, a few of them. We're gonna go do something with the outfit soon. Haha. I don't like the hairdo. Look, I have an eraser for that. And that's a lovely part about, you know, working digitally, is where if I don't like something, I can easily erase it. If I work on a piece of paper, I sometimes accidentally try to remove it and with Ctrl Z or any of the shortcuts and it doesn't work. And then I'm like, oops, I did it again. I think that would be nice. You know, to have these where does your light kind of thing fall? Here, I'd say. Here. Why use yellow? It's a nice contrast with blue. And we get a bit of a green mixture. So it gives us some very lovely, you know, and interesting shades. But I'll get into that later on. Don't mind the background noises. I forgot to close my door and we have a cat in the room. So if you hear anything tumble down and me ignoring that or maybe replying depending on what goes down, that would be the cat. Lovely animal. Otherwise he's fairly adorable, but I'm afraid he has the zoomies. So just gonna let him trash out that extra energy until he naps somewhere. As for our wizard, gonna make another duplicate layer. Boop. There we go. I'm gonna go bloop, bloop, bloop. Get rid of this hand right over here. And what I have in mind is that we have a thinking phase, because you know wizards always take their turn and they think a lot and even more and annoy other players and the DM by taking a very long ass time before they choose their spells. Pro tip: if you're gonna go play a wizard, have some test runs with the spells that you're gonna use and how you'd imagine your character to use them, so you don't take forever on the table. At least that's how I work. And everyone has her own style. I mean, really, you do you. That's the most particular thing. Yeah, they do tend to be the smarter bunch. They really think about the actions, and I know that can be very annoying for other players and even the DM. But if you really think about it, it has also, at least to me, from my perspective, I believe that it has an advantage point, because they think about certain things, they can prevent trouble for the party. They can prevent, oh, we're gonna smash this door in, oh no, it's not the villain we were looking for and we just bashed into the house of a poor civilian. So they prevent those kind of things. I'm having a couple of screen blackouts. Get rid of this arm right over there as well. And right now he looks more like a blue goblin, but we'll get to this point where we're gonna go focus on the face and that sort of thing. And I might want to go grab the leafy or weedy seahorse, like a sea dragon. It's a lovely animal for those who are known with it. As for the reference, a bit of a hiccup over there. If your thumb is that long, then you may have a thing. Well, it's quite alright, isn't it? Bloop. There. Which is kind of how I want the hand, and it's one trick I kind of learned from watching the AI art generator is they don't shape hands well, but from a glance I can recognize it as a hand. And the minute I have the recognition of something that I want there. I leave it alone until I come around and figured out what I want with it. Kind of speeds up my progress, but hey, if it works, it works. Maybe some extra fins, that could be nice here. Oh, and we're having a bit of a muscular type of wizard. And that's okay. Come on. Duplicate the layer. And want this to be a character to be, you know, memorized. Like Howard. Howard had some crazy hairdo. So maybe this wizard has a crazy outfit. Like super 90s outfit. Let's see if I can do some Dragon Ball Z from the top of my head and incorporate some of their lovely outfit designs. Like they have these very big yeah, these things. Shoulder pieces, shoulder pads, like poof. And with those shoulder pads, they usually have the crazy. Oh, let's just go for a brighter color. This type of material. Bloop, 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 bloop. And it was crazy tight as in the outfit. We have. I did decide to go for orange, but maybe yellow could be a good one. Like crazy colors. Where's it? This one, come on. I want that one. Thank you. Yes. I used a layer above this one. And then we have another color right over there because it wouldn't be DBZ inspired if they, you know, didn't have that weird triangle thing everywhere. Maybe some waistband like way right over here. Could be round too. Kind of gives more alien vibes than wizard. Very muscular wizard for sure. And some stuff down, like a little bit of the general idea that I want to go for. And how to edit wizard elements, incorporate that into this piece. And I say that all depends on the details. Yes. Without sounding too crazy and cuckoo, details can do a lot. And I know that for the animation, it's they couldn't do the crazy details, but we're doing an art piece. We're not animating, so I have to do some tapestry carpet kind of details. Like, oh, that's my grandma's carpet right over there. Like, yeah, that kind of yells wizard. Having a carpet for a dress code. I don't know why, but with the fancy details. On the other side, one could also say that people who make carpets for a living are into crazy amount of details, fancy details. So there's some admiration for their job too. I mean, I love it. I have carpets at home too. If it depended on me in my house, I'd have a carpet section. Carpet upon carpet upon carpet. would it be absurd if this were a fire mage? We have some fiery symbols like swoosh. And I'll go buy a different color for that, maybe. Because he does, you know, give the vibes of, oh, I'm supposed to be a water wizard. What if I do the total opposite? That would certainly be something to remember. Like, you expect water, but then incoming fireball. It's like, what? Not a water ball? Oh, that could be something to be playing to, not along with as well. So I'm gonna park that thought and think about it. Maybe there's some scale mail running underneath this crazy outfit. Just refer back toward you know, a little bit of medieval theme, like fantasy medieval genre, the typical D&D table games. Like, oh, we're doing the fantasy genre, medieval fantasy genre. Though then again, D&D is a fantasy game, and I would say almost anything could go, because it's fantasy. But there are some definite rules. Interesting outfit. I can do better with the whole magic thing. At least I think. And merch. I made an extra duplicate. It's gonna go. Yeah. This one. Ha! And make a duplicate here. Boop. And this will be our new working area. Look. I want those shoulder pads to really stand out, along with the very prolonged neck features that this character has, or is going to have. Pew, 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 pew. So I am gonna reposition the arm. Maybe we want our hands right over here. Maybe. Let's see on the next layer how that would look like before we start going cray-cray. Or they're doing magic. Yes. And this character could be any gender. I mean, male, female. Whoop. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, or, well, I'm gonna say not suggestions, just like earlier, ideas. Ideas, that sounds so much better than suggestions. Ideas. So if you have any ideas on how you would do this, or where you would go with it, throw it in chat. Let's see what we will add. I'm not gonna add every idea, but if there's something that I would really like to try out, I'm gonna go for it. Oh yeah, we have an interactive character design day today. I do know that Dragon Ball Z characters have these, you know, belly buttons out of their. Those elbows are low. Whee! Look. Other arm position, but I want to kind of. Nah. Like, I get the idea. We're getting there. We're getting close to where I want to pose to go toward or start working on everything else, so. I'm gonna duplicate this one, move it here, and merge. Place the layers. Whip. We have a slightly more angled character. Boop. Here we have some sort of magic display, like fire. Whoosh. That's an effect I'll add at the very last minute upon finishing the drawing, because it goes in front of everything. Whip. Yeah. Just gonna move this arm right over here. A little. This is what I'm looking for, or this, or here. I want the elbows to be at least a little bit on the same wavelength, so I go for that. This is good. Yes. I go merge. And my favorite buttons and duplicate. Boom. But yeah, today's episode, today's story, we're going for all of that nostalgia feeling and wacko weirdo outfits that I have yet to figure out the color scheme of, because I am debating. And if I'm debating, it means I'm gonna hit a button. A magical button that's hue and saturation. Hue-wee! Oh my. Pink and green. Ah! This is more like the orange department, the orange and red. Not bad. It's a good vibe. Slightly more of than what we have going on right now. I don't think I am a fan of the red and blue, but I could make it work if I really have to. Let's go for the more turquoise, kind of like blue. Yeah. Just a wee bit more. There. Boom. So yeah, we have a bit of a difference going on. A little bit more green character-wise, so yeah, and Tritons tend to be green, so. Or blue. I've seen both coming along in terms of concept art. And now I am going to focus more on the outfit and the ridiculous details. Ridiculous details. I might actually wanna go fetch some Dragon Ball Z references. The first one that I'm thinking of is Piccolo, for those who remember. The one who continuously tends to lose arms and then regrows them. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh no! Boop! Undo that. I don't wanna shove it. What about a perspective thingy? Yeah, that'll do. Let's see that work. With some chainmail, because, you know, D&D. Maybe chainmail. And I love armor and chainmail. So I'm trying to make an armored, kind of armored version of the Dragon Ball Z outfit. That includes chainmail. These very strong shoulder pads that are very pointy. It's like, why are you so awkwardly dressed? I'm a wizard. I don't care for my dress code. I'm always in the back, so you can't you can't touch this, like MC Hammer. And depending on the party that they are running with. Otherwise, those ridiculous shoulder pads would definitely be a good grapple for any barbarian coming close. Like, yeah. Let's go here. Haha. Yeah. Because chainmail that would go right in front of that. Well, we'll work on the chainmail a little later on. For as long as I know that that's where the chainmail is supposed to go and end. We're all good. Ooh. Reminds me. Maybe I want a crazy shape over here as well, as like going with a triangle pointy thingy. Like so. Yeah, that's totally awesome. Like, why would anyone have chainmail in this particular shape? Well. Well. Why not? Heck yeah. And it almost feels ridiculous to give that the belly button right up there. Like, I wear chainmail, but my chainmail is only so far, and you can totally hit my guts. One of my more, you know, squishy areas. This outfit is not meant for protection. It's flashy. Yeah, it's supposed to be in the animal kingdom like a warning signal. I'm gonna just point this one flip over there. It's like a poisonous frog. Don't come near me. I'll, you know, be poisonous and stuff. Maybe that's the reason why wizards wear crazy outfits. All wizards should be wearing crazy outfits just to announce that, hey, I'm a wizard. You don't mess with me. It makes it easy to target them at the same time, but then again, wizards are pretty tacky opponents. Even NPC wizards that a party has to tackle are crazy difficult sometimes, depending on their level, of course, and the DM. As for this one, I wanted to make it play a character first, and because that's the easiest way. I can't make an NPC that's also usable for players. It has to be player character ready. So I'm designing all sort of fun stuff that I would play out. Crazy things. Heck yeah. We're still working on the outfit. It's really getting to some point. I'm not sure if I want to go for fabric or actual harness. That is orange. Having a lot of fun. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee and think about this, where I'm headed for, and how we're gonna go with the character design. Considering chat being a wee bit silent, and that's quite alright. If you're just here to join and watch, that's fine too. But yeah, throw in and jam in the ideas if you have any. Think he should have an earring or she? You have a strong opinion about whether or not this is a male or female? Do your thing. But I sure as want to make one hell of a character. And speaking of which, I wanted to grab my reference for the leafy and weedy seahorse. They are lovely animals, like a sea dragon. That's the official name, leafy sea dragon and weedy sea dragon, but if I don't mention seahorse, you may not know it. Boop. Let's bring in one of these gems. They're absolutely dashing and amazing. They have very intricate designs. Place that one over there. Look, going to be our base reference, along with this one. Paste. Ooh, it's a little large, but we can help that. We can do the free transform thingy. I don't need images that big, and some good old Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, they have crazy outfits. But that's what we remember and love Dragon Ball Z for. I'm gonna copy one of their larger look, paste, character references, and here we have it, our Dragon Ball Z reference list. So yeah, of course, kudos to the artists who make this lovely piece. And we're not gonna draw over it, we're gonna take reference from it, like how to incorporate awesome stuff into our drawing. So, and for starters, look, I'm gonna turn this one off. I want to start with perhaps a bit of a face. So we have the leafy sea dragon and the weedy sea dragon. There's a difference. This one is weedy. And as you may already have guessed, we have that leafy right over here. Pretty cute. But if you look at the horn and on the leafy one, that's quite interesting. That is something I would want to incorporate in character design. Where does it start? Over here. And you may have noticed I've been drawing in commission work, and that's the reason I first sprang to it. This. So I remembered, and like, oh hey, I'm working on a commission that involves the usage of these lovely sea dragons, the leafy one and the weedy one. So, and what is more awesome than to have the D&D Triton design involve this, because it's for your standard references. A D&D Triton from 5th edition. We go fetch. Boom, 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 boom. Like, I do see that artists can go really bonkers with the Triton designs, but you think the official art, copy and paste. I have to zoom in a bit. There it is. That is interesting. You see that, and there's webbed hands and webbed feet and some extra fins. And otherwise a very human, yeah, like design, spare for the skin color and the hair. And I have seen other artists go a bit more crazier with the whole Triton idea, because if you read more about them, as lovely information to be found. Not gonna go do that right now. I'm gonna go tell you to, you know, find the information by yourself. And for starters, we have the very blue skin tone that I am totally not adhering to by making it drastical greenish. And then almost, you know, going already Dragon Ball Z on it. But hear me out. If we weave some of the design into this lovely character. I was gonna go bloop out of that myself. Because it is so mighty. Interesting. And maybe they have instead of, you know, normal like these few little thingies on their head. Could be a thing. And yes, I am so inclined to grab some of these lovely patterns that the leafy sea dragon has, and it runs all over its nose. Whee! Like, do I even want a nose that is humanish, or do I just, you know, want to go for something that is non-human? But the craziest designs that I've seen online kind of tend to be more toward the fishy department, but still very recognizable as humanoid. Supposed to say, or at least, with some red eyes. And wider the frowny face. I might want to work on that later on. Like having these very big eyebrows right over here instead of actual eyebrows. It could be a thing. I could also drop it. it's not too shabby. I think I just want to go for something completely black, or at least closer to it. Like I want to give it a bit of a sporty design, having these stripes on there. And I want a completely, utterly friendly spell going on that face. Boom, boom. Yeah, that's the kind of smile that I'm expecting from a Triton. Nothing too much like a human in terms of teeth. I'd make them sharp. And now we have something that almost looks like a cross mix between Majin Buu and Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. It's like I might want to make some slight changes or keep it as is. Just flip. There's lovely big ears that are fins, fin-like structure.
Hello there.
And General Kenobi, welcome. Welcome to the chat. I hope you're doing great. Well, let me turn off the references for a bit. So, we're working on a wizard for real. One funky, crazy wizard. I'm gonna make a duplicate layer over here. It's getting a little bit diabolical, but we started out more, you know, gently. I think more like Triton. Then it began to evolve. Boop. Hands, and this is where we went and took a different path. Boom. Okay, I am erasing some of the stuff that I've added. Markings, I can always add them later on. So right now I do want to focus on the general shapes, and now I like where we're going with the fins for ears. A crazy smile, I am not sure about. It is something. Also, so today will be a true wizard biome. Yes, and also thank you. Today is going to be a wizard for real. We're working on a Triton Wizard. People joined in, because you joined in perhaps a wee bit later for any ideas, so I've already settled down on the race, and that'll be Triton. And right now, I am probably smooching out the face a little bit. Does it have some references from the weedy and leafy sea dragon? So yeah, crazy smile, no crazy smile. How is this character going to develop? Who knows? We have the hands right over here. Right where we want them for some magical spells and casting. Some chainmail, that is wicked. Yeah, it's a very unique design, that's for sure indeed. That hits the jackpot. And it is the thing that we're going for. I mean, unique character designs. Things to be remembered, but right now, I think I might want to go for something that's more easy on the eye. Perhaps tone down that smile a bit. I go duplicate this one, or not. Can always just, you know, steal a face. Yeah, not that one. Okay. Whoop. I'm going to go back to this one and paste. And merge. So as for Baima, you know that a wizard can't wear chainmail. It's fancy chainmail. It's not, you know, and yes, they can do everything in my art piece. Is you know, those delicate chainmails that are more for decoration than actual function, because, you know, belly button right over there. I'd say this is decorative, not something you'd actually, you know, want to wear. The fish always have large eyes. Not without hindering themselves. Yeah, I know, technicalities. Maybe strong wizard, you know, I have a lot of strength. Boom. No, I'm very unsure about that one, but as for chainmail, this is more decorative. I wouldn't actually count it as chainmail. I'm trying to go for the flashy type of outfit from Dragon Ball Z vibes, as you can see with the shoulder pads. I mean, yeah. Dragon Ball Z. I want the fingers, I'm not sure. I have a lovely tool and I can just paint over whatever I want. Yep. I don't know the general shape or the finer details, I'll just leave it as such. Boink. Nice. Cool. And I'm happy that you've noticed and that is recognizable, like the crazy shoulder pads, like Dragon Ball Z character. I mean, Wizard, completely. Yes, Wizard for real. For real. I do like the horn features, but I'm not a fan of the things over here. Cypher. Another horn. Like with the leafy sea dragon. I mean, that gives it some unique factors. I mean, I've seen them around yet, character-wise. And I have seen some crazy Triton designs, trust me. Whoop. We'll get back to that later on. Just some happy scratches. Whoop-de-doo. That was supposed to be blue. There. All good. And yes, wizards generally don't wear armor. That is a thing. So Blauma is completely correct with that. They're squishy spellcasters. Standardly. Stereotype. But are we building stereotypes or are we going to be oddballs? I think I'm gonna go oddball. It's like decorative chainmail. Why? Just because. And just because they've steep kind of angle, so I'm gonna go grab this piece right over here. Copy. That's that copy. Thank you. Paste. And it's actually made out of painted wood. That could be a thing. It is decorative, so yes, that might as well be the case. And this is where I want to try out some fabric. So instead of this crazy made little harness, I'm gonna see what fabric does. I'm ignoring the hand a little bit. I'll get back to that later on. We're on a substitute layer, so just, you know, to really give into the Dragon Ball vibe. Like, our characters have to be incredibly, like, sexy and even though you see a whole lot of nothing else that you wouldn't see on a beach episode, or, you know, when you go to the beach in real life. That's also a thing, folks. Go outside. Aha! I'm just doing that whole what ifs. And maybe it pans out great in my hat and it doesn't, you know, fit quite well. And Dragon Ball Z always has these very tight outfits. That's a thing of theirs too. Decorative chainmail, and I'm just gonna make a small note over here. Wood. Paint. Whoop. Touch grass. Maybe it's one of these baggy clothing thingies. Because, you know, crazy outfit. Whee! No, that's not it. Wanna go bonkers, but I'm still having a bit of a charm for her, you know. And that could be clothing as well. So what kind of outfit are you wearing? The upside down monk outfit. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee and think about this. I do like the two oddly shaped horns on top of the Triton, on top of her face. Still haven't decided if it's going to be a her. I might want to give her a bra, like over there. You were saying, but I haven't specified the gender for this wizard, and I have no clue. Heck yeah, that's some good coffee. And I do feel like we're getting somewhere with this one as well. Same with Howard. That was nice. That's a very nice. Anyway, the body goes. Could be another decorative piece that is, you know, part of this whole big flamboyant shoulder piece. And what is it made of? Leather. Scrambles. I would say it goes on top of this chainmail that is decorative. I mean, yep. Be a loose edition. Make it into a toga, or yeah, something like that. Something dark side. I know, it kind of has a bit of a circus outfit appearance. I am going to duplicate. And bring back one of the hands. Bloop. Yep, let's save this. It looks mighty fine. Wink. And another duplicate layer. Oof. Also save down the note that this decorative chainmail is actually made from wood. Something I would approve of as a host, a GM. So, yes, it wouldn't. Pun intended. But that was quite obvious. Alright. My word, this is becoming something. What am I doing? We're not making a monk, so I do have to re-add some wizard vibes. And what better than a wizard vibe than a wizard head? We have something Dragon Ball Z type of head. Maybe we can, instead of hair, maybe they do have hair, like fin-like hair. It's all hidden underneath this amazing head that is like totally Dragon Ball Z inspired. And let's hail for our lovely reference that is Dragon Ball Z right over there. We have also a character in this corner that has a hat. It looks ridiculous. But if any of the characters of the show, and I forgot his name, I do know that he is the creator of Android, the Android department, 16, 17, 18, and 17. So that's the thing. Whoop. Right, let's go. How far can we drag this one out? Maybe I want some of that crazy, you know, thing coming back right over here. And then yellow. Boonk. Like this square head. Why? Why square head? Well, why not? And we can always decorate it. Flip. So right now it is behind the horns and sitting more on the back. That would fall off, wouldn't it? Maybe a piece of cloth. Aha! It's one really awkward wizard. But hey, we're going for a lot of fun details to play with. Maybe there is some decoration going on right over here. Coins. Or we're going with the carpet theme, like wearing my grandma's carpet because I'm a wizard. The easiest cosplay ever, you guys. Just wrap yourself in your grandma's carpet and you're done. Yeah, that's the entire gimmick. Like, go for it. Grandma may not be so happy with you doing that, but hey, why not? Could be funny. I kind of want this to be like braided. I don't know why. I just want to braid it. So I'm gonna go do that. See if I can do that fast enough. Here. If we have one over there, we have one over here. It's like the super obvious braid that down under. Flip, flip. See if I can work on that. Like, you have a piece of cloth and you braid it with another piece of cloth. Just because. Just because. Why not? Alright, so we have a towel, we have grandma's carpet, we have chainmail made of wood. Yes, you are a wizard. This is definitely wizard vibes. To top it off, maybe this man or woman has orange eyes. I'm giving them a bit of an overbite. I think that could be fun too. Fun fact, I used to have an overbite myself. As in my upper jaw used to be, you know, sticking out and kind of consuming my chin as well. Oops. Oh well. And there is nothing wrong with it. Bum, 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 bum. Whip. No, we're not doing Avatar. I know this person is blue, but we're not doing Avatar. And we're really gonna go for a wizard, so very fun wizard. I could always change the outfit color by selecting it. I gotta say, I'm starting to be a fan of this hat. It's wonky, it's weird. I like it. And it does add to the Dragon Ball Z vibes. So far, I still have to add more wizard vibes to this character, and colors could help with that. Often what you see is that purple is used for magic uses, so if I change the colors to a more purple schedule, or more purple-ish, that could do a trickaroo. Can I merge this? I think. Yes, I am. Duplicate. Bloop. Merge. And we're going to duplicate this as well. So we always have something to reflect upon. And the easiest bit for me is to actually, you know, select the skin, because although a lot of that is showing, majority of my colors need to be flashed elsewhere. I could have gone about this a whole lot smarter, but I have chosen not to. Now for the spoopy doodle part. Boop. And paste. We're gonna go grab a new saturation. Why not? Here's purple. Oh, it's very, very purple. That's blue. It's almost in sync with the skin tone of our character, and I do like contrasting colors, but it really gives up the vibe as if we're building a monk instead of an oddly dressed monk instead of a wizard. So, and purple is always a good color for magic. It's purple pink. purple. White also has a interesting look, but that would mean we'd have to bring in more colors toward the skin tone, which is fine. I'll have to think about this. Haha, choices. There are so many of them. If you have any ideas for a wizard character, or if you think like, oh yeah, that's totally gonna make it more wizard-y, then hit it in chat. You know what? Oh. And I'm gonna make a copy. Duplicate. And I'm gonna go again. Like, I want full ballot. No. You don't want it to be too much leaning toward the skin tone. You could make the entire outfit purple-esque. All right. Some colors and things to play with over here as well. It's like if we go for white or something more dark or gray, that means one thing. So that we have to focus a whole lot more on the skin tone colors. It would deliver a very nice contrast. Might want to involve more items from the ocean. Top of the outfit. And purple is going to be out of it. So here we have the difference, very brightly colored character toward something that lays more focus on everything else. I am going to merge these layers, like merge. But I'm not gonna work with it. Not right now. I think flashy and colorful is something I really like right at the moment, so that's what I'm gonna go for, and I'm gonna incorporate more of this ocean themed adornments, aside from having our character come from the ocean. Could be that they admire a different culture, but right now I wanted to yell wizard or shellizard. We have ocean stuff. We want a couple of purple shells, or any kind of shells. Most common shells are more pinkish brown. So them apples. Pretty clear to me what it's supposed to be. I know that seaweed might be something that would go smell, but if you dry it or have fabric that you know gives the idea what that it is seaweed and it is not, I'd have to look up a shell or a clam. But yeah, I do like the colors. It's nice. I think light comes from this direction because we're having the shade coming the other way. So that could be interesting. And going with a sea theme. Pearl lace. And if anyone would ask, like, are those pearls real? They probably lie about it because, oh yeah, sure, I'm a spellcaster. These pearls are real. No, they're just beads. They aren't actual pearls, but because those are expensive. And as a player character, if you're wearing pearls like that, well, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think this is a very creative wizard, for real. Pearlies. Just have a bit of a shiny. And to give the illusion that they're real, I made them different sizes. So let's say we have a very creative wizard who's doing a thing. Shell. I could also have this type of shell. Replace grandma's carpet drapes with shells, but they'd be very breakable, so they'd be probably carved from wood, as is the decorative chainmail. That would make sense. And hello, the legendary frog. Welcome to chat. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Let's see how this is going to look like. Whoop. Oh, that works. No. that would need some work and different colors. That's a nice thought, and I'm gonna park that thought as it is. Merge those layers. Book. Yeah, it is starting to look like something. Ooh. Gonna take a sip of coffee. And think about how to put in more decorative things that come from the ocean and draw them up. We have things that I've seen quite a lot on the beach and, you know, everywhere. Urchins. These prickly little bastards. Sea urchins. And when they wash up ashore, they smell horribly, but leave behind something very beautiful. That skeleton remains. So we start to think about also be a means of decorating, as well as those spiky thingies. That could be a thing too. Those could be nice earrings. So yeah, we're gonna turn this grandma carpet into something more ocean themed. I'm gonna leave the braided towel where it is. And let's go. I want this wizard to, you know, quirk a brow. Like, oh, seriously? You what, mate? And I want to have this really quirky expression, like, what? It's like the I am not impressed wizard. We're gonna work a little more on the face later on. As for now, I think this is golden. Like, why wear a whimsical hat and then bright colors? That is something I thought was fun. I have no other reason. Fun. Fun is it. Let's turn this to a white piece of cloth. So we have more color direction. And perhaps turn our things holding things together would be the urchin. Right now it looks like a tangerine, but trust me, work in progress. I know what it is. This is not helping the case. Grab some. Yep. And I have these purple spinies. I'm gonna keep them tiny. Yep. Or maybe attach them to a tinier pearly thingy. We have some beads over here. 1, 2, 3. Have a nice spacing between them. Why would you wear these urchin pins? Well, he could, or she, this character, they, them, I don't know yet, could block them off their decorative hat and wove them into a spell. Like, what's the name again of that spell that's very super painful if you have a whole lot of ball bearings? Animate Object, that is the name that I'm looking for. So yeah, imagine having a fray of these very spiny, ouchy needles coming your way when that spell is being cast. Oof! So, and that's also a thing I like, functional decoration. And how do you get new ones? Well, you go look for another sea urchin. Wouldn't take this character long, considering that this character is a Triton, so, you know, the ocean, home. That's nice. That's very nice. Prickly. Haha. Now that makes me want to add those sea urchin pins everywhere I can think of that would fit. And I still want to go for the whole Dragon Ball Z vibe with this character because I love Dragon Ball Z. I grew up with that show. It's like, I don't know, what would be cooler, like, to have D&D, like, two things you love, and then both is good. But yeah, that's the vibe I'm going for. And in chat earlier today, Bayama gave one hell of a tip, or idea, that is to have this decorative chainmail be made of wood. I like that. I like that very much. So yeah, and it is painted wood, so it's not actually chainmail. It's just decorative. It's to give the idea that this guy is impossible to beat. You know, faking it until you make it. Maybe we want some braided stuff over here too. Because why not? And those sea urchin pins, maybe more over here. That does make me wonder, like, could this character, could they hurt themselves over the sea urchin pins, or is their skin, like, totally made for this? Gonna be an hilarious wizard, and there's gonna be a big question, do they have hair? And why the flashy outfit? Well, that would make perfect sense, because this is a Triton, and also in the ocean, that with venomous colors, like very bright colors, is poisonous, venomous, dangerous. So, actually with colors, he's, or she, giving price to how dangerous they are. And the gender, I've left that one open, so if people in chat have a definite strong feeling for what this person may be, yell and go forward. Whoop. Gonna go with this layer. Maybe I wanna tie up some shell over here as well. Yeah. Like, decorative shells, because you don't want to, rip your fin ears. And you just, attach it to your head and fake it until you make it. Like, I totally wear earrings. They're right beside my head. Uh-huh. Yeah. Choop, choop, choop. These are those very lovely shells that you can find on the beach. Quite common. So for people who may have a beach day tomorrow, or, when it's weekend, Saturday, Sunday, go for the shells. I have a shell collection behind me. It's in my closet and I haven't done anything with it yet. And that's the word, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And people. I shouldn't forget people. Let's see how that looks. It's starting to look like something. Time to flip the canvas. Then, if I get my Photoshop opened, and I don't, I would have definitely gone for my touch-up filter and adjust the face a bit. Because it do be like that. Oh, yeah. Yep, there we are. Stuff is right over here. I like the shells and everything. I'm gonna make a merge, and then I'm gonna duplicate and get rid of some of the stuff, because I already have it on a separate layer, so I don't need it twice. Maybe I can warp this face into symmetry-ish-esque. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be a little more readable for my own conscience. Am I gonna go with this? Look. Grab the colors that I need to quickly make a fix and stitch everything back together. I don't mind the crooked jaw. I have one myself. And that is totally fine. I think I still have a crooked jaw. If I really think about it. Still do. Let's make some brighter blue behind the nose. Whee! I hear eyes, make them pop a little. This very sneaky smile. And I would say this person is very arrogant, in contrary to our very kind Howard. This looks more like a I have no clue. Maybe chat wants to give it a name. Or I mean they, them. Until I've decided either to put a gender on this person or not, or keep it genderless. That could be a thing. Greetings, Medic Goblin. I like your username. That's fantastic. How are you doing? Good. Good to hear that you're doing good. That's fantastic. Yeah, that'll go. And that works. Nice. So we're making a wizard, a Triton Wizard. So, and for the sake of Animate Object, a spell that can be cast in D&D. A lovely spell for those who are unknown with it or don't know the existence thereof. Go look it up. You'll love the effects. That would be one hell of a spell. I think D2 go spell for this wizard because of the sharp urchin needles that this person is wearing. I'm still adding some of the finer details and going over some perhaps drastic colors. But hey, who doesn't feel colorful? So you have an idea for a magic book for a campaign. Well, let's hear it. Go ahead. Tell me about it. I'm curious. Just putting a couple of stronger outlines for the character here and there. Gonna go work on the hands later on. I'm still a wee bit iffy about the color schedule that I chose because sometimes, in this case, it's I'm gonna say interesting. Purple, orange, purple, like pink, yellow. And let's go back to chat. So Magic Goblin. So you have it seems it's a book that seems incomprehensible for people who succeed in intelligence checks. So only dumb characters can read it. That's genius. I love it. That is amazing. It's like a spellcasting book for dummies. Nice. Oh, that's hilarious. I love that. Wow, that is amazing. This right over here is one of those braided thingy things as well. Like a simple braid. I'm gonna go too difficult for it. Oop. Yes, indeed, magic for dummies. I love it. It is hilarious. Ooh, maybe this could be a piece of cloth instead of this braided piece of cloth. So I do like the braided pieces as well. And we could have these. Trying not to go too edgy on it, like. But I am going to spam these urchin needles everywhere I see fit. Like I wanna have those things everywhere just in case this character is going to cast Animate Object. Oh, it's going to be rad. Like so many painful needles. Oof. I'll have fun plucking all of those things out for NPCs. I already feel bad for NPCs and PCs if this is going to be turned into an NPC by any DM coming across it and thinking, oh, that would be me. And then let the cleric from their group like fix it or deal with the many needles that are stuck in their party members. Oh, that's rude. And as for Magic Goblin, you also have another where is a book that makes that slows, makes you tired as you read it, and as soon as you lose focus on the book, you forget what you read. Wow, those are some nifty ideas. I like them. Thanks, Magic Goblin. You almost sound like an NPC that could be ready for you know, the Magic Goblin or a player character Do you happen to be a player or perhaps a DM? Because you do give some DM vibes. As in Dungeon Master, Game Master. Whoop. There's needles. Heck yeah. Wait, where are your spell components? I wear them. That's gonna get a little bit cluttered. You've not played a campaign yet. Oh no, you're just feeling knowledgeable, but you do want to become a dungeon master. Well, you're well on your way. I'll say that. And don't worry, you can also join our Discord and ask around if people perhaps want to go play with you, because I've heard more people in there that are looking for a party. I can't make a piece of promise on this, but hey, we have a Discord especially for, you know, Dungeons and Dragons fans. Perhaps you can beat a party out of there. And may I recommend either using Roll20 or the Forge. Well, Roll20 for starters is great because it's a free, you know, it's free to use. You can upload whatever you want up until a certain amount of MBs, but you can get creative with it. Yeah. As you can see by Nightbot, the link is already given, so yeah, hit it up. So many spines. Ha ha ha. I'm not sure about putting urchin spines around the necklace department, but they do look nice and nifty on the broad shoulder pads that are totally yelling Dragon Ball Z. Oh, that's gonna be so painful. I cannot stop imagining a spell being cast like Animate Objects and then all of these urchin spines or spikes are coming your way like, oh! Ooh. I think I'm gonna go... Whoop! And duplicate that layer. Yes, just what the biomap is mentioning over there in chat, and players are more found than DMs. So finding the right group, it's just a matter of time. I'm pretty sure you can do this. Any of your friends that happen to be into D&D as well, or you may want to introduce them with a starter campaign. That's how I started out. One of our friends having a bonker idea to go play Dungeons and Dragons, like, so it became a thing. And now I'm hooked, and I have a book collection that is hoarding. That is border level hoarding, to be honest, with my book collection from Dungeons and Dragons. If I look behind me, it's 5th edition, 3.5. That is borderline hoarding. One could almost say that I'm a book dragon. I think I want to keep the neck piece a little bit more simple, so I'm just gonna go for this. Fake chainmail. Aha! And I have some decoration going on over there, but I have to figure out what. It could be fish. I mean, we could go for something easy peasy. It doesn't always have to be super difficult. For as long as it's fun and readable, then you're all good. Like this very obvious stripe. Whip doesn't have to be perfect. I'm drawing a fish. Boop. And another one. Whee! And another one. Haha! And another one. And one more. And whip. Whip. Yeah. Yeah, that could work. And maybe we have a illustration of a lovely shell. In the middle of it. It can be that easy. Oh, let me read a chat for a bit. So, as for a Magic Goblin, you would probably need to play as a player character or a co-DM in a few campaigns to get better understanding before becoming a DM. Not necessarily, because with my friend group, when we started out, none of us had experience, mind you, none of us. So we didn't even know, like, oh no, we have no clue what we're doing. Has anyone played before? And I had 2 sessions before that, perhaps. Like, that was on 3.5, and then we had the 5th edition book. So no one knew what they were doing, and we just grabbed the starter campaign and decided, like, one of us is going to go do the DM stuff, and the other ones are going to play, and that's how we started. So, and I did not DM at that time. I was a player. So, yeah. Everything is possible. So, indeed, what Bioma is giving away as well, like, plenty of DMs are just starting and learning along the way, and that's kind of how you do it. There's no trickery to it, and the first time I had to DM, or at least I wanted to DM and went to do it, I was so nervous. It's like, I was afraid of judgment, and I'm gonna do the wrong thing, but it turned out lovely, and if you really, go for it, and I'd suggest really build up with a group of friends or people who are friendly, and there's no issue. You only be the courage to welcome General Kenobi to do your thing. It'll be amazing. I'll go for one of those shells. Or maybe a pearly. So I'm keeping the patterns on the outfit ocean themed, just to give it a bit of an easy thing. No one in your area really plays D&D, so if I might ask, like, what area do you come from? Are you from the USA? Are you from the UK? Kind of like the time zone. That's nice. That could work. That can work for sure. Aha! Shelltastic. And I have to debate the rest of the outfit as well, but I'm gonna take a sip of coffee and stare at this piece. Oh. And read the chat. So you're living in the USA, and the only people who host Dungeons & Dragons is the local college that you need to be part of. Do you need to be a part of the college to play D&D with them, or haven't you asked, or you have asked perhaps, and like, hey, can I play with you guys, but they say you have to be part of their college as well? Because sometimes you don't even necessarily have to be part of the college. I'm just talking about my own experience. Alright, because, yeah, that could be a thing. Well, then the other option would be trying to find your pallies online to play with. And that's okay. There's plenty of friends out there and plenty of people whom I've heard about like really wanted to try the D&D, and there's entire forums on the internet. There's also Roll20 advertising like they're looking for DMs, and you could always make a nice summary about yourself that you're starting and wanting to learn how to DM, so people know that that they can't expect the entire world of you, but that they can help you grow, and that would be the best. So you learn, you live, and you laugh. Now, I just quoted a mural or one of those poster things. Oof, oof. But yeah, D&D is all about fun, and it's a learning experience to start with. And even though I have hosted a couple of games now over the years, been playing for a long time, I'm still learning, and I don't know every bloody spell in the book. Nah, it's not important. If you know where to look for particular items that you're playing out, then you're all good. So the reason is because for the college requirements is because it's part of the program and game design class. Ah, yeah, I get it. I'm sorry. Well, not to worry though. You can always start your own group. Don't fret it. Be bold and go where none has gone before, even though people have in this case. And it takes a lot of courage. I know that. You can do it. You've been telling me lovely stories this entire time about ideas that you have, and I can only see them happening with players discovering these things and being so happy. People would be lucky to have you as a DM. Kind of puzzling on the fingers right over here. Thinking of squares. Make it easier for myself to conjure them up out of nowhere. Squares, people. Squares help. Don't necessarily want to break an entire arm over here, so I have to think about how to bend the wrist. Now, I know that you have a couple of somatic movements, you know, spellcasters, haha. But breaking your wrist to cast a spell is, no. And this could be a lovely place to have this piece of cloth, like, tied into a knot. Bloop. It gives more wizard vibes, just to tie your clothing up and be nice about it. Or monk, but we're not making a monk, we're making a wizard, even though the colors are yelling monk. And don't care. Just gonna go for wizard. This is a wizard. Oh, you're welcome, you're welcome. Yeah, I can understand that. You have some fantastic ideas, so I can totally, completely get it that you want to DM, because that's also a bit of the first reasons why I wanted to DM as well, because I was jumping with ideas that I wanted to try out, dungeons that I wanted to craft and design. Hence the reason I'm doing character design right now as we speak. Like, it could be a player character, but it could easily also be an NPC. And I want both parties to be able to enjoy it. Oh, wow, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. Yeah, there's going to be another braided towel right over there. Because no reason. That has no reason. That this is just a thing that I'm seeing through. Like, how does it look like? And I may even change my mind after I make a duplicate layer. Bloop, and that's how you can always, you know, step backward in time. Aha. Time to flip the canvas. How does it look? It still looks okay. And one thing I do have to do is work on... Whoop. There we go. The decorations that are right over here that I've more or less been neglecting a little bit. We do want to have things equal to the other side. Maybe I want to pan this one out a wee bit larger, because it's more up close and more up front. So we have that going for us. And we're starting with fish. And there's another fish, and they don't need to be perfect, because if we can recognize them being fish, it's good enough. We're gonna zoom out anyway. Almost there. And final fishy. Bloop. Now we're gonna go for the shell. That's probably going this way. Have a circle, so that would move the shell upward a wee bit. Almost forgetting about that lovely circle, and I believe arrow, yeah. Whip, whip, whip. And again, things don't have to be perfect for as long as it kind of mimics the other shoulder pad that we have. It's all about the idea. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And this one is getting a little bit bigger. Bloop. There. Let me turn it around again. And zoom out. And there we have it. Zeta. I might want to add some drastic clothing because it still yells monk a little too loudly for my likes. So I'm just trying to add more wizard elements like spell components that could possibly be used. Maybe we could add a pattern on the yellow blanket. I'm not too sure or shabby about that either. But for now, I'm gonna go for the hat. a wizard hat. Flip. So that would be fabric and some thread woven around it for decoration purpose. As are these fake pearls, they're not actual pearls. Then your character would be probably rich unless in your universe, or in the universe that you play in, pearls aren't really worth anything. Could be. Yeah. Thing is, when running one of the campaigns, as a host, as a dungeon master, game master, I more or less made pearls useless, and because of the Triton folk being capable of, farming them on a high level, like, oh, you have a pearl, how nice, because they're being farmed, and more or less overused. It's a fun gimmick. So characters can get pearl beads fairly cheap in one of the cities where this is done. But if they travel, and I mean by traveling like half across the world or further away from this city, they'd have something quite valuable, especially in regions where Triton folk aren't really common. Something my players don't know yet, and they'll figure it out when they do. Fun little stuff. Dashing outfit. Might want to have the webbed hands go. Whoop. Be just as clear and bright as the ear part. Meaning that these webs are a little more sturdy, but they're definitely there. That makes me debate the hand size. This one is on the smaller side, so I'm gonna select my little thing over there and flip. Nothing too big, just have to fit. That looks better. Go try something drastic. Add a piece of cloth over here that has been tied up and then hangs loosely. Like, nah, I'll bring the ear back later on, or it could go in front of the ear, thin ear. But then I'd have to keep in mind that we'd have some stuff, angles. It could be fun. crazy decorations. Yeah. Why? Because we can and we shall. Or should I say shall? Flip. Let's give this person more of a smile. Like, make that area a wee bit lighter. Thing we could do is extend the fake chainmail, even though it's decorative. I mean, could be more of it. So that means a whole lot of work for our friendly fish folk, but yeah, let's see how this looks like. Boom, boom. Don't go too squarey. I don't think I have a brush for this, but I'm fine with that. It doesn't have to be perfect. For as long as we can see what it is and what kind of type of function we can tie to it, it's all good. And go for a darker color. Now we're starting to get somewhere where I would say less monk, more wizard, despite the chainmail that is fake. This hand does kind of have a bit of a broken feel over here. It's not, yeah. Perspective. Oof. Like, I get what we want to achieve over here, but breaking fingers. That's something I tend to do until I correct my own drawings and see where things go and how it pans out and works out. within the Dragon Ball Z universe, we see a lot of capes. And I'm gonna go take our reference image up toward the front, so we can have another look. Wrong one. Boop. There we go. Yeah, it's a lot of fun and nostalgia. Like, yeah, nice. And yeah, capes do be a thing. Crazy hairdos, that's another thing. So I might really start thinking about it. Want to be more asymmetrical in terms of where this braided thing goes. This could just as easily be piece of fabric. Because fabric. And if I have the wizard correctly in my head, wizards always have a lot of that. Piece of cloth, and yes, is there a spell component, or is there a spell that uses spell component as a piece of cloth? I think so, yes. Leather, I've also read about being used for spells, and that as a consumable component. I don't know every spell by heart, but I've recently been studying upon the spell components, so the components used for spell casting. And it's a lot. That list is huge. I love it. You can find you can find that sample yourself with all of the spell components typed out. It's an older list, so it doesn't contain all of the spells that we have today, say, but it is lovely to read and go by. I believe it's from the Reddit user called Hille My Life, who has this available for us. Can't be more appreciative toward this person than imaginable. I love the list. Get rid of some of the orange right over there in the corner. Maybe this is also where I want to have one of these strands. Boom, boom. Should have done that from the start. There, that looks nice. And maybe add another tinier strand right over here. Because why not? We're doing some decorations, so don't mind me, people. And we have an ocean theme going on. I think I want to make a duplicate out of this one, the usual, and turn this lovely little piece into fabric, into orange fabric. Chance. Because for some reason, like, belly button kind of yells monk. I have no clue why. Maybe because all of them have been designed that way. This too could be, you know, fabric. Like a lovely little wrapper. And I love designing crazy clothing. Crazy ideas. As for the chat, a question, maybe one of you guys has developed a name for this Triton Wizard. If so, please put your IDs down in chat and let's see if we can put a name to this person, being woman, man. Steve. Alright, that's one. We have Steve. Steve! That's one of the suggestions that we have. There's more people, don't be afraid. Just put them down. This is starting to look like something. Giving more wizard vibes. The more details I stack on it, the more of a wizard vibe I'm getting and less monk. Though monk is also very strong with this, because maybe Steve, because that's a lovely name at the moment. And if within 10 minutes no one else comes up with IDs, we're gonna go for Steve. Maybe multi-class wizard? No, we were gonna do a wizard for real and not a multi-classer. I mean, sorcerer. Yeah, no, wizard. Wizard. Steve is a wizard. Wizard. So many spell component things I could think of. Maybe we want more fins because Steve. Carl. Okay, we have Steve and Carl. Steve or Carl. I'm gonna go here. One thing is for sure. Steve. We have Carl with 3 A's. Carl. Let me get that down. I want to make the A's a little bit clear because I have terrible rubbish handwriting, so... Boop. Carl. Yeah, there. That's it. And it is time for one of those merge. They merge. And then we're gonna go for a layer duplicate. And duplicate the layer. And we have for Bioma Gorblark, destroyer of books and consumer of ink. Nice. So he doesn't need no books, he consumes squid ink. That explains the outfit. Oh, that was hilarious. Thank you, Bioma. Alright, so we also have Glorbark. Oh, no, not Glorbark. I'm making something up over here. Glorbark. Wow, names. I gotta read first. Glorbark. Lark. Wow. I like that one. But I also like Steve. It's something you'd really not expect from a Triton. Like, what's your name? Because I always have these very difficult to pronounce names, like Iron, and then, because Iron kind of looks like Siren. And there's always a typical thing to Triton names as well. If you look up Triton names, they always have it for male and female end in a particular way or start in a particular way. And I believe I had surnames as well. Like last names. Hooey patooey. I think I'm gonna up my brush a bit. I've been using this brush for some time now. Entire time. Let's go for texture. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. No. And let me read the chat again. So we have for Bioma that books don't go well in water. No, they don't. So yeah, every time he has a book as a wizard and brings it back home, it may end up wrecked. Or, you know, wizard maybe, you know, a little smart, has a way of bringing books below water via a certain spell. Or has a different way of, you know, creating books. Books that are capable of being brought underwater, like water books. Makes me think. Also makes me think if we need more shell decorations. We have one big shell right over there. We have the skeleton of a sea urchin and a lot of sea urchin needles, like those spine things. Because this definitely looks like a character that is over the top in decorations. And like, where are your spell casting components? I am wearing them type of person. Yeah, I like that. Ooh, this looks good. I haven't even thought about, you know, light and shadow and the whole thing. Maybe I'll do that in a bit. Or he eats them. Yeah, eating books. That's how you become smarter. Yep. Then people would, rightfully so, maybe call him fish brain. Oof. It could be a thing. If you have any ideas for what we could do next week, and that could also be like, oh, I want to see more of how you are up to date with that character sheet that you're working on. That could be a thing, like the mimic character sheet, or go for another crazy character. Because I'm trying to go by all of the D&D classes as well, or for the fun of it. We'll list also building on my fun mimic character sheet. Arm. And Itami Kuro, hello, welcome, and also thank you for loving my avatar. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Welcome to this Twitch channel. We're in the middle of naming a character that we're drawing. It's a wizard, a Triton Wizard from D&D, if you're known with the game. And if not, I suggest looking things up. It's fabulous. And you're big chillin'. Nice. I gotta go fix that hand. A wee bit. A wee bit. Like perspective. Flip the canvas. Oh no! Things become unreadable, but it gives me more insight on what I'm doing with this hand right over here. And I'm gonna go back to blocks. I'm gonna go block this one. It is possible to bend your hand like that, but that means you have broken your wrist. So let's unbreak this wrist. Or go toward the palm of the hand, but that means the thumb would be on the inside. So this would be naturally the highest point, and then I'm talking about the thumb part. Oof. Yeah, I need my gummy. We do not want to break a wrist. At least I don't want to. That would be awkward. Like, how do you spellcast? By breaking my own wrist. No, thank you. Like, I love the ideas that I have sometimes, but then executing them, it turns out to be difficult. I am actually struggling a lot with this hand right over here. You have no clue. Oof. Also, you call him Globalex. Gooblex. Ooh, yeah, hands are hard. And he looks like a Stephen Whittaker, second prince of Vespula. So we have more names in the running. Wow, we have Steve, Garl, Stephen, Gooblex. I also want to say I love Gooblex. I'm gonna go write it down. Gooblex, because names from Tritons, as I recall them, are difficult to pronounce, and even though Gooblex makes a difference in that, Gorblark does not. And Vespula. Of Vespula. Oh, that sounds wicked. Wow. Oh, we're getting somewhere. I think also 10 minutes may have passed, and yes, Gorblark. Don't worry about your art piece with 3 fingers. I end up with the same as well. I mean, 1, 2, 3. I have the exact same issue right over there. How about people? I think I've summarized the name. I'm going to tap into a new tab and grab a brush that is more, you know, doable when it comes down to writing. Where is it? Struggles. There. Let me enhance that brush. So, yes, we're going to go for the first name. It's going to be Gorblark. And Gooblex of Vespula. That sounds like a mouthful as well, so Gooblex of Vespula. Gotta get that one down correctly. Or Steve for short. Because if he comes across like humans having a human encounter, and it's like, yeah, you can call me Steve. Nickname. Because Gorblark is first name, and then we have the last name first, last, And it could be of Vespula, it could be a house name. So this is like Gooblack's, Gorblack's last name, and this house or kingdom. House or... Oop. My note taking is wonky doodle. House or kingdom. But it makes sense to me, so I'm gonna go with that. Whee! There we have it! Aha! Name. Names. I'm gonna say names because it's multiple. And I'm gonna go. Flip. Man likes to drink ink. Destroyer of books and consumer of ink. Wacky names are indeed the best. And as for names, this is another title that I am gonna write down in perhaps smaller letters, but might want to do something with or not. So we have this destroyer of books and consumer of ink. You may wonder, can you still read that? I can. If you can't, that's okay. I am left-handed and my handwriting is terrible. I've never worked on it, nor do I kind of work on it today's day. Even when I try hard, it's at best difficult to read. I've gotten accustomed to it. That's my thing. For as long as I can draw, I think I'm all fine with it. Like, yeah. Going back to the oil canvas with texture, because Yep. Do Tritons have 3 fingers? No, they have 4. I mean 5. Yeah, 5. Did I make a hell of a job to get this done? Yes, absolutely. I kind of went bonkers. But hey, at least we're not the only ones as artists struggling. The AI robot is also struggling with hands, but they are getting better at it. And I would love to say, as am I, but I've been drawing for professionally 10 plus years. I still do this. It's still a thing. Hands especially get tacky for me when perspective is becoming apparent and a thing. And I tend to be the breaker of wrists. Yep. There, good enough. I'm gonna leave that part alone. If it's readable, I'm all good with it. And also, as for Baima, dreaming one day of becoming a squid person and mind flayer. That is so whimsical. Why not an aboleth? Because an aboleth may be something closer to scenery that a trident could be used to, or seeing, as in aquatic, and also a bit of an abomination. I'm just gonna go look what decorations I can stack on it based on the leafy seahorse. That is a sea dragon, by the way. The seahorse is not kind of mentioned when it comes down to the animal. I just love me the decorations that you can see on this little cute face. It looks so amazing. But it could easily turn, you know, a little bit south for our character, as it could turn it into a super villain. I've already given him like the weird horn type thingy. so I do want to have this. Blue always goes well with a shade if you want to have some darker spots on your completely white surface. Blue is often used in the design world, so rather than grey, because that makes it look a little bit dull, go for blue. I'm using blue right now. It may look like grey, but it's blue. It's like, whee! Right over there. Yes, you could go grey, but look at that. Like, oh no, ow, my eyes. This character is already going to be one of those that is going to hurt your eyes when looking at it. And that's exactly what I want to go for. You know, shiny, because we are talking about fins for ears, so there is bound to be going to be some element of shine. Doop, doop, doop. Gonna turn down my reference. Whoop. And look at this from a distance. Oh, this is drastic. I might. Whoop. I'm gonna tone down on this part right over here. And if I'm gonna go for something like that, I'm gonna stick to what we have right over here. Or go for a different shape. Flip. I am not too sure about it, just turning that layer on and off. It is something, but it makes him look like a super villain. Maybe that's the whole vibe. And you love squiddos. That's nice. That's very nice. Wow. So this person would be consuming Gorblark would be consuming ink to become the squid. So he's consuming squid ink. Wow. Amazing. Hilarious too. I'm gonna add a tiny little bit of thing over here on the top. I'm gonna add a fishy pattern. Because repeating your patterns over your art piece is a thing. Trust me. Chip, 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 chip. Yep. Alright, so we have some whimsical stuff coming up. I'm really debating the eyeliner that I have right over here. I'm gonna duplicate that layer, turn this off. I'm gonna duplicate this one. Whoop. Turn this off. And zoom in a wee bit. I think I want to make it less drastic and not face covering. More of a eye covering thingy. It's like crazy mascara. Or crazy facial paint. Like, I wake up in the morning and I start painting my face, and then I go out of the door. Juggalos, so those type of people, they do that too, I think. Very happy people, I believe. Not too sure about it. Yeah, that can be a thing. Face paint. Make a more stark movement out of this, or at least flip. Yeah, that could be a thing. And you really want to make a pattern out of it. Flashy person. Taking another sip of my cup of coffee. Hooey. And thinking about where we are headed with our character design. Like whether or not I am gonna go for radical face paint and some body paint. Could be a continuous thing. I could make stripes. I think stripes would work. Do. All right. I think I'm gonna make stripes. That would look better than these big blots. Even though a bit of an orca design would not be bad, to be honest, but then you'd have to incorporate that more into the design, I believe. What think? I do like the fins, like the idea of having some extra fins. Come on. There. Maybe those fins would be hanging on there on the outside. Yeah, that makes a twist. Maybe that they are on the inside right over here and they would be hanging, but still visible. And I'm going to grab a different brush. That's the one that I've been using. That could be a thing. And as we are talking, and the more I'm thinking about it, it starts to look like Avatar, The Way of Water, but then with a very weird outfit, and some fin-like ears and some horns slapped on top of it. So as far as the stripes are fine and fun, I think I'm gonna go and keep them down to the arms right over there. And maybe push it as a ring kind of type of decoration. That could be a thing. Just taking a quick look on how it looks like. Not a very big fan of this move, so whoop. I can say that this is looking nice. think the shell right over there, that could be another nice adornment on the hip section. And let's say this shell also decorative, being made of wood and not an actual shell, because that one would break upon, you know, giving someone a hip bump or something like it. Go and copy and paste. Bloop. And there. A very colorful person. It's like I feel like I should be doing more of those ear fins, those fins that we have that are lovely. So in terms of that, I think I'm just, you know, gonna go copy paste something. And merge all of this. Yes, there we are. That's the thing. That's what I want to grab. This part. And copy. It's like returning shapes in your design is something that is nice. I have selected yet another shell. Look. Now, let's see if this works. And it does. Whoop! Ha! Now we have an additional ear. I want to flip this horizontally and see if I can get this to be a very nice extension of the said arm. Whip. I'm gonna go for the oil with canvas. Structure or texture. maybe like a fin that could be extending or folded. It could be a thing. Like everything can be a thing if you want to. But considering the way it is shaped, it is at the moment being more of a delay towards swimming speed than enhancing it, unless this is a very agile little fin part that could extend all the way backward. That could do. That could do indeed. Because if this is on the inside, we have the little pink one over there. Like little finger. Copy and paste. We're gonna turn this around. Yep. And let that part disappear. It's supposed to be on the inside. I haven't figured out the perspective tool yet, but this will do. Good enough. And I'll just smush it into perspective myself. There. Time for another layer safe. And merge. I'll get that hand back. I just want to see what it does if I turn this into a bit of fabric. We already have a pretty awkward clothing design going on, so yeah, why not add to that pile of clothing. Hmm. Do, 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 do. You know, just to give price to how squishy wizards are, just a little bit of stereotype. I am not gonna give our core blark any, you know, six-pack or anything. Not gonna go for that. Like, nah, squishy. Squishy pretending to be tough and everything. It's, you know, fake chainmail. Time to do some extraordinary light after I merge and duplicate. I'm gonna go for something purplish. Not exactly what I've been looking for, but let's see where it goes. Nope, not what I want. That could be a thing. So time to cook some food, so you will be lurking. Thank you so much, Baima. And have fun and have a good meal. I'll be off to end this stream soonish. Because yes, indeed, cooking and stuff is a thing. I think I'm fairly happy with this. Now I'm just going to go for a normal layer. Grab some. All right. Yeah, I think we have something fun going on over here. Fun stuff. A lot of it. Alright, I'm fairly happy with the results. I hope you are too. And if not, well, too bad. Haha. And I think it's about time to look at people to raid if there are any of my friends online. And at the moment there are no friends of mine online, so I am just going to end with this stream. So we have a name for this character. This character is a wizard Triton named Gorblark. Gorblark Gublex of Vespula. Yes, those are some dafty names. And stay tuned and see you next week. Cheers!